Hey guys, we are on part 5 of our series on prayer. This is our part 5 of 5, so it's the last part of our series on prayer. And the first 4 parts, we've, for the most part, been talking about what to say to God or what to pray about. And today it's a really simple message. It is, instead of what to say, it's how to say it. And actually, in the business that I'm in, we have a saying, and it goes something like this: people don't remember what you say as much as they remember how you say it. You know, the energy you say it with, the conviction you say it with, the belief, the passion, etc. It's not about a long list of facts. It's about how much do you believe and care, right? So today we're looking at Luke 22, verses 41 through 44. I'm going to go ahead and read those. It says, Jesus walked away about a stone's throw from his disciples, and he knelt down and prayed. And this is when he's praying before he's about to be arrested. And Jesus knows he's going to be arrested. He's going to be beaten. He's going to be hung on a cross. He's going to die. And so he says he prayed, Father, if you are willing, please take this cup of suffering away from me. But I want your will to be done, not mine. Then an angel from heaven appeared and strengthened him. Very cool. And then after that, it says that he prayed more fervently. And he was in such agony of spirit that his sweat fell to the ground like great drops of blood. Wow. So I don't know if you've ever prayed with such fervency and with such agony of spirit. And it doesn't just have to be for yourself. I mean, you might say, well, I've never been close to death like that. Especially hanging on a cross. Well, you know what though? But there's people that you know, and maybe you have been in a very difficult situation in life. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends, in a very difficult situations, whether it's because disease in their life, finances in their life, broken relationships, any of that. But if it's not you, you know people, and we should of course be intercessors and pray for others as well. But have you ever prayed with such fervency and agony of spirit that great drops of blood, or at least sweat like great drops of blood, fell to the ground? You know, or how about this? Have you ever been praying with such fervency that it caused you to sweat? You know, it's like a workout, right? So here's a couple of examples just to help us position this in our minds. So there, at least in America, in the USA, some people are passionate about their college football team. They love their college football team. And whether you go and watch your college football team play or any other sports team play, if you're a passionate fan, when you're in the stands, right, if you're really passionate, you'll like paint your face the colors of the team. You'll wear some weird stuff. You'll have a big foam finger. You know, you do whatever. But whether you wear that stuff or not, if your team scores the winning, you know, shot into the basketball, or hits the winning home run, or you know, in the ninth inning, the bottom of the ninth, or scores the winning touchdown, the last 30 seconds of the game, right, and then the game's over, you are going to jump out of your seat. You are going to scream as if nobody's watching, and you're going to be yelling. Your hands are going to be raised. You're going to be going crazy. Yet you don't know, you know, 60,000 people all around you, and you would not do that in a mall. Right? You would not do that in worship in church, probably, right? And you wouldn't do it, you know, in a restaurant, right? Because it wouldn't be acceptable, and people would, you know, or just walking down the street, you know, Jesus just hits you with an awesome thought that he has blessed you, but you're not going to just start going, yeah, Jesus, I love you. You know, that's not acceptable, unfortunately, right? But when you get into that stadium and your team scores the winning touchdown, you're going nuts and you don't care who's around you. Here's one other quick example. I've got 3 daughters. You bring a baby home from the hospital. That baby is not in its natural environment that it's been in for the last 9 months, right? And the baby does not like being all alone. The baby gets hungry. The baby will scream and cry all night. I mean, the baby will not stop. It's not like the baby cries for 30 minutes just to see if it'll work, and it doesn't work and they stop. No, the baby will cry all night. Now notice in the cheering at the football game, or in the crying in the crib, the words did not matter. It was the energy, the passion, the emotion that mattered. That caused something to happen kind of in the atmosphere, right? That caused people to react, right? Well, that's our last point. It's really simple. it's not just about what you say. There's an element where God appreciates fervency in prayer. David, when he brought the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem, every 6 steps he stopped and he danced so much like a fool that his wife said, "You're dancing like a fool. You need to stop it. You're the king." And he said, "Man, I would dance 100 times more foolish than this for the king," right? For his football team, which was Jesus, right? So that's the last point in this 5-part series of prayer. The fervency of our prayer, the passion of our prayer. How much is it stirring up in our emotions as well? Our connection with God, our realization of our need for God. How big of a fan are we for God? How much of a baby in a crib are we knowing our need for God? And if you don't have that, you can't, maybe you can't conjure it up. I'm not asking you to. What you can do is go to God in prayer and say, "God, give me that fervency. Help me see my need so that my passion is so huge in my prayer for you, that it's real and that it is as it should be." All right. Hopefully that blesses you. Thanks, guys. Bye.